Hey, hello everybody. Welcome back. Doing some magic.
Magic.
Today, we got a sweet modern matchup for you. I'm playing a deck that I'm calling Enduring Dragon. It's an Enduring Ideal deck with the Form of the Dragon combo. And the reason I'm not just calling it Enduring Ideal is because the deck that I've seen for that is mostly like a mono-white Devotion kind of prison style. Mine is not that.
Yours is quite a bit different.
Yeah.
And then I'm playing a Scapeshift Madcap combo deck.
Yeah.
So it uses Bring to Light and can fetch either or combo.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet. So, yeah. Basically, the only reason that I wanted to play this deck was so I had an excuse to use the amazing art by, I think Darkin made it, Form of the Dragon in the thumbnail.
Yes.
So, yeah. Also, who doesn't want to turn into a dragon, really? Mr. Boopster sure does. So anyway, to decide who goes first, we found this really weird dice that I can imagine what its purpose is, but basically it has like head, right leg, left foot, all that. We were trying to think of ways to decide who goes first for this. So the way I think I'm going to do it is the part of the body it lands on that's highest up wins, and we're going to just say it's like if someone gets right leg or like left leg, those are just tied.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll go
Simple
first.
enough.
Head.
Well,
that's going to be hard to beat, unless you can get hair or head. Chest. Head is higher than the chest. Head is higher than... This is right, Mr. Boopster.
Head, chest.
Yeah. Boopster anatomy. Anyway, I'll go first, and we'll see you in game one. All right, game one. Show my hands. So, that's what I've got. Kind of interesting. Your turn.
And I've got those.
Alrighty. So, I'm gonna do an extremely exciting turn one play of tap Steam Vents and a Lotus Bloom.
Oh,
Three
a Lotus
counters.
Bloom.
That's a pretty good one.
That's a pretty good one.
Pass the turn.
Draw for turn. I'm going to go for Wooded Foothills.
Yep.
And I'm going to fetch an untapped Breeding Pool.
Ooh. Something on one. That sounds like probably a Serum Visions to me. If I were a betting man. A lot of things breeding in that pool. Kinda spoopy.
And that's the Visions.
Yep.
He did call it. So, draw. One on top, one on the bottom.
Alright.
Enter go.
Untap. Remove a counter. Draw a card. Where were you? But I think I'll take this opportunity to go red, blue, Pentad Prism on 2. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Mountain.
Yup.
And it's the Secure Tri Builder.
Alright.
Enter go.
Untap. That goes to 1. Draw a card. That's decent. I think I just run this out here. Not particularly the way I wanted to win the game. Blood Moon. Pass the turn.
I mean, that's kind of just whatever.
Yeah. You can't...
It does annoy Scapeshift, but
Yeah.
I'm a few turns away from
That's
that.
true. It's true. And I assume you have some basic stuff, and Madcap Experiment doesn't care, so...
Secure Tri Builder. Let's just find ourselves. Forest.
Yep.
Untap. Draw for turn. Let's go for Wooded Foothills.
Yep. Ooh. Already.
and a Madcap experiment.
Sure.
So the way this works is I reveal cards from the top of my library until I reveal an artifact card.
Yep. And then it deals damage to you equal to the number of cards revealed this way. That is its downside.
That is its downside.
But not a huge downside in this particular instance.
Because...
Unless you forgot to put it in your deck.
Come on.
Right at the bottom? Now I just really want it to be right there. Pretty close.
5 cards from the
Pretty
bottom.
close.
So, Platinum Empyrean comes into play.
Yep.
And then I take 1 damage equal to each card that I revealed. Except Platinum Empyrean says my life total can't change, so I don't take any damage.
Pretty good combo.
I just get an 8/8 for 4 mana.
Pretty decent.
Shuffle these, because they go on the bottom in a random order.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they're the majority of the deck. Enter go.
Okay, untap. Lotus Bloom. I now have a Lotus Bloom. Draw a card.
You now have a Black Lotus. It only took 3 turns, but you got it.
Pretty much. Cast the Serum Visions. Draw a card. Scry a 2. I don't want either of those. Bottom. Okay. Then... I think I'm just gonna do... Well... I'm gonna play an island. And I'm gonna tap those 2 for red and a blue. Since I have to be for a red. And we'll cast a Peer Through Depths. I'm gonna do that right now, I think. So, top 5. That is not looking good. Whew! Reveal instant or sorcery. See Beyond. And the rest go on the bottom in any order. And they were all mana sources, so I don't really care which order they come in.
And with See Beyond, I think you have to shuffle a card back into your library, so you're just going to shuffle them in anyway.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's see.
I guess I could have figured out what those 5 cards are that are on top of my library, considering I've seen the rest.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. It's a good point. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. I think I can afford to use 1 counter right now, so I'm going to. For a blue and a white, cast See Beyond. Draw 2. Shuffle 1 back. Taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, that's kind of an 8/8 there.
Yeah. Think we'll shuffle back this. And I'll pass the turn.
Untap.
Luckily, I am still at 20, somehow.
Draw for turn.
Somehow manages that.
Scar Tribe Elder.
Yep.
I'm going to play a Mountain Tapped.
Yeah. Strictly veteran.
8.
Go to 12.
Enter go.
Okay. Untap. Draw a card. Well, not great. Let's see. I have to do that just to keep myself alive. That's pretty sad. Yeah, I think so. We'll cast a Phyrexian Unlife.
Ah.
I mean, I didn't have to do it, but...
You didn't have to do it, but...
I'll do it. And I'll play a tapped Hallowed Fountain. Pass the turn.
End of your turn. 6. Scar Tribe Elder. And we'll find my island tapped.
You. A lot of mana now. Colored mana. Anyway.
Untap.
On your upkeep, I'm going to cast Silence, using a white from Pentad Prison.
Yeah. Draw for turn.
Normally you want to save those for when you're about to cast an Enduring Ideal, but...
Blood Crypt tapped.
Don't have one of those.
Which is actually just mountain tapped.
Yeah.
8.
4.
Which I don't actually have a choice on because...
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. You can't crack fetch lands, and you can't have shock lands come in untapped because you can't afford to pay the life.
Yeah, I can't pay life because my life total can't
funny.
change.
Are you good?
Yeah.
I assume. Just can't really do anything. Draw a card! Well... That's interesting, I guess. Suppression Field. Activated abilities cost 2 more to play unless they're mana abilities.
Dude, I don't think that... I mean, I just use my Scourge Trap Elder, so
yeah.
Sure.
I figured. And I'll play a Pentad Prism on 2.
Yeah.
Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. I'm going to play a mountain.
Yep.
An actual mountain.
I see that.
8.
I will go to -4. So the way this works now, because of Phyrexian Unlife, is subsequent damage that I take now. So if he attacks me for 8 again, it's now poison damage.
Yes.
So get out this little poison counter. Well, I might be dead this turn.
And Bring to Light for 3.
Okay.
That is going to find us.
I think I know what this is.
Wow. It's going to be... Did I miss it? I missed it.
Yep.
There it is.
Maelstrom Pulse.
Maelstrom Pulse.
I figured. So he kills the Phyrexian Unlife. I'm at -4. Lose again. That was what was on top. Alright. So that was game 1. Kind of a weird one. Didn't really get to show off the Enduring Ideal. It just kind of showed off some one-of enchantments. So this probably looks like a heaping mound of garbage. But hopefully you'll see how it works in game 2. Alright, game 2. Hopefully this will show off more of what this deck actually does. Stuff. Go ahead.
Ah. I was like, you left a card down.
Style points.
I've got those.
All right. So I'm gonna suspend a Lotus Bloom,
That's no bueno.
and I'm gonna play a Flooded Strand and pass the turn.
Draw for turn.
So this turns off the Scapeshift element of your deck, but not the Madcap Experiment element.
Mr. Rainforest. Enter go.
Draw a card. Put that at 2 first, then draw a card. Oh. Okay. Well, I guess that makes the decision slightly easier. Crack Flooded Strand. Go to 19. And I think that'll just get a white mana. And then I'll play untap Steam Vents for the turn. Go to 17. And we'll cast a Pentad Prism on 2. Pass the turn.
That's a lot of mana. End of your turn. Crack Misty Rainforest. We are going to find a Breeding Pool. Tap.
All right.
Untap. Draw for turn. Island.
Yep.
Secure Trap Elder.
Sure.
Enter go.
The thing mashed my taters last game. That goes to 1. Draw a card. That's fine. Cast a Serum Visions.
Yep.
Draw a card. Scry 2. Like that. And pass the turn.
End of your turn. Sack Secure Trap Elder. Find Force. That was just right on the bottom.
Yeah.
Untap. Upkeep. Draw for turn. Now we're going to lay down a Cinderglade. Coming in untapped because I have 2 basics.
It's pretty sweet.
And a Madcap Experiment.
You got it.
There it is.
Here's the young man.
Only like half the deck this time.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably can't determine strategically what that chunk of cards is going to be.
Enter go.
Untap. Lotus Bloom. Last counter gets removed. Cast that. Draw a card. Okay. I'll play a Scalding Tarn. I'm going to... Crack that. Going to 16. Gonna get... Island. And you're conveniently tapped out, so we'll tap 3 and crack this for white and use 1 there to cast Enduring Ideal.
Oh, yeah.
So search my library for an enchantment, put it into play, shuffle my library, and it has epic, so for the rest of the game you can't play spells. At the beginning of each of your upkeeps, copy the spell except for this ability. The epic ability.
Yes.
So basically I get to just fetch out all sorts of funky stuff.
All sorts of shenanigans.
All sorts of funky stuff. I'm not sure what I want first. So I'm at 16. I think the safest bet of something to get first would be a Dovescape. Because Dovescape turns all of your potential removal spells for my enchantments into 1/1 birds.
1/1 burbs.
It's pretty sweet. And I will pass the turn. Oh, I need to draw a card. No, I don't. Never mind. This is an epic. Yeah.
This is the first cast.
This is the first cast. Yeah. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Well, since you have a Dovescape out, I guess I shall Madcap Experiment.
Sure.
And we don't have birds, so...
You actually don't have another artifact, so it's not like the second Madcap Experiment would do anything anyway.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
You give me a use for it. I got some burbs out of it.
Exactly.
8.
I will go to 8.
And it's your go.
Untap. Upkeep. Enduring Ideal. So I think this time... let's see... I'm at 8. Get that. Could get that. A lot of choices. Whole lot of choices. 4 birds. in
There are
play.
4 birds.
I think I'm gonna get Detention Sphere. And Detention Sphere will exile Platinum Imperium.
Yeah. You can chill out under there.
And I'll pass the turn.
Untap.
Oh, I need to draw a card from draw step.
Yeah.
Yeah, pass turn.
Draw for turn. Mountain.
Yep.
4.
Take 4. Go to 4.
Snapcaster Mage.
Yep.
Giving Madcap Experiment flashback. And
Sure.
cast Madcap Experiment.
Yeah. 4 more birds. Coming right up.
Enter go.
It's kind of hilarious. Alright. Upkeep. Cast or copy my Enduring Ideal. So I think this time, since you've got an army of little things that fly, I think I will get Machine the Mind Cage. All creatures get -X, -0, where X is the number of cards in my hand. Which is going to be more than 2, so you won't have any power.
Yup.
So we will draw a card for turn. That puts me up to 5 cards. So these are -4 ones, and that's a -3 1. And pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Valakut tapped.
Yep.
More burbs.
Sure. 4 birds.
Ran out. I've almost ran out. So we're just
Almost
gonna
ran
use
out of
dice.
birds. Well, we have fairies. You can use fairies. They're all 1/1s.
I suppose we could do that. And I'm going to attack you for 0.
I will take 0. Going to what I was at before I took 0.
Enter go.
Alright. Upkeep. Enduring Ideal. So I think this time... let's see. Should just do it this way? Probably. Let's get Form of the Dragon.
Yeah.
So this card basically essentially turns a player into a dragon creature, which is amazing. And the art is
The flavor is
absolutely
amazing.
incredible.
Yeah, Sirkin being badass.
Yeah. I have 2 copies of this, so maybe I'll even get the second one later just to speed up the clock. But the second art is not as nice as this one, turns out. So, draw a card. And I will pass the turn. My life total goes to 5 on end step.
Because you are 5 toughness dragon.
Yep. Also worth noting, you can't
Untap.
attack me with Snapcaster Mage, because this also is a moat. Which is sweet.
Well, because you're flying dragon.
Yeah,
Snapcaster Mage can't do anything against a dragon.
exactly. All these birds can, but they're currently in a cage.
Breeding Pool tapped.
Yup.
And we're going to play Keranos, God of Storm.
Hey.
Actually resolve, because he's a
Yeah.
creature spell while in the stack anyway.
It's true. Unfortunately, if you reveal a non-land card, you have to hit yourself or one of your creatures.
Yes.
Because I have hexproof.
Attack you with 12 creatures for 0.
I will take 0.
Enter go.
And then I'll go to 5 again, because this is on each end step.
Well, damage falls off at the end of
Alright.
turn.
So, upkeep,
See, there's just so much flavor.
Enduring Ideal. I'm going to stack it where that goes, then this goes. So, Enduring Ideal will get... See, I'm pretty safe against damage. But just, I think... You're at 19?
Yes.
I think I'll just get the other form of the dragon right now. So, yeah.
That's a much doopier dragon.
Much different art than that one, unfortunately. But I'm doing this so that I can deal 5 a turn instead, which is pretty good. So
10
this
a turn.
Sorry?
10 a turn.
10 a turn. Well, an extra 5. That's what I meant.
Yes.
Apparently I can't add 2 numbers together today. So yeah, Form of the Dragon, 5 damage to you for the first one.
Go to 14.
And then I will draw a card for turn. And I don't have to discard yet, so I'll pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn, revealing a Blood Crypt.
Yep.
We can draw for turn. Or we can draw because we revealed the land.
Yeah.
And I'm going to play a Blood Crypt, untapped.
Okay.
And I'm going to Maelstrom Policy Leyline of Sanctity, which is just 3 more burbs.
Okay.
Which is 3 more birds.
Oh, right, yeah. Duh. Duh.
And...
It's been a long day. Attack me for a bunch of zeros?
Yeah.
I will take a bunch of
12
zeros.
creatures for 0.
Yep.
Sure go.
Okay, upkeep. Form you. Do that first.
Go to 2.
And then, we will search with Enduring Ideal. 1, 2, 3, 4... 4 things untapped. Interesting. So, in case I don't ever get to show it again, the main combo is Phyrexian Unlife with Form of the Dragon, because this resets your life total to 5, and this, essentially, they either have to have, like, double strike or a bunch of damage.
Yeah,
which
you have to
Valakut
have
conveniently does do.
Valakut does get around that somewhat,
But basically, they need, like, 2... Like, they need to hit you down to 0, and then they need to hit you for 10 in 2 separate instances.
Yes.
2 or more.
I mean, you
and,
can chip damage the poison, but...
Exactly. And Form of the Dragon always resets you to 5.
With, Cage, and Escape, and...
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to keep yourself alive, but I think what I'm gonna do is... So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 things. And I don't think you have anything at instant speed that I particularly need to be worried about. So I'm going to get a Starfield of Nyx. So Starfield of Nyx is kind of cool because at the beginning of your upkeep, you can return an enchantment from your graveyard to the battlefield. But, more interestingly, it turns all of these enchantments into creatures with power and toughness equal to their converted mana cost.
If I had Valakut active, I could start shooting
It's true. It's true. But I don't think you can do that in instant speed. So, I think I've got you. Cause you definitely don't have that.
No.
So you have 4 creatures.
I'm pretty sure he's not going to turn that in. Cause it's only enchantments you can kill.
No. So you have 4 creatures. I will attack you with all of these. So 3, 7, and...
You know, I
These are all
was planning
7s.
to shoot myself with Karanos, but you screwed that up.
Did I ruin your day?
So,
I need to draw a card first.
I think I'm going to die. I'm going to block that.
Yep.
I'm going to block the Form of the Dragons.
Yep.
And I'm going to block Leyline, because no one likes Leyline. Tension
Sure.
Sphere and
Deal.
Mind Cage can kill me.
Alright, 10 damage.
Go -8.
Boom. Alright. So that was kind of showing how this deck is supposed to work. Doesn't always get there, but it's pretty sweet when it does, because who doesn't like turning into a dragon? So we'll see you in Game 3. Alrighty, Game 3. Go ahead.
I've got those.
And I have... Ta-da! See if it's fast enough. Go ahead.
Well, starting us off, Wood Foothills.
Yep.
I'm going to crack that going 19, and all the way to 17 for an untapped breeding pool.
This smells like a Serum Visions to me. Yeah, your life total is not super relevant against this deck.
I mean, 15 shaves like a whole turn off.
It's true.
But you really don't start caring about that until you've completely locked me out of ways to win. And Serum Visions.
You got it.
Drawing a card. And Scry... Ha. Okay.
Scry, huh?
I didn't... I want these, but I need a land soon to, need these.
You
so...
to utilize them?
I think they're going to both go to the bottom.
Were they the same card?
Yes.
Ah.
Enter go.
Draw a card. I'm going to suspend a Lotus Bloom.
Uh-oh.
3 Countess. And I'm going to play a Boseiju Who Shelters All. Tapped. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn.
This gets me past those pesky remains.
Mount. Enter go.
Untap. That goes to 2. Draw a card. Huh. That actually might not be terrible. I have to take some damage, but I'm going to do it. Scalding Tarn. Crack that. Going to 19. Go all the way to 17. Fetch up. Hallowed Fountain. As soon as I find the really nice looking one.
Yes, of course.
You have to get the really nice looking one. 2 foil lands next to each other.
You don't have an expedition and not immediately fetch it as your first.
Exactly. That's just the way of the world. And I'm going to try for white. And ow, go to 15. Suppression Field.
I mean, yeah, that would hurt if I had any elders.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't think it matters too much.
Yeah. It's there. I drew it. It's okay. Pass the turn.
End of your turn, I'm going to bolt you.
4 damage to do it. Go to 12.
Take 5 damage to do it.
I suppose. Yeah, actually.
Draw for turn.
Because I fetched for that.
Valakut tapped.
Yup.
Enter go.
Untap. That goes to 1. Draw a card. Okay. I'm gonna cast a Serum Visions. Draw a card. Scry 2. I don't really need those. Bottom. Then I'm gonna play a tap Steam Vents. Pass the turn.
Exciting. Untap. Draw for turn. Jirgo.
Okay. Untap. Lotus Bloom. Cast it.
I shall remand that back to your hand.
You're fun. Draw a card.
I mean, that'd have been dangerous.
Okay. The funny thing with Suppression Field is this is it works both ways. But Lotus Bloom conveniently cracking that is a mana ability. So you don't have to pay mana to crack the mana.
Guess I should draw.
Yeah,
Maybe.
probably. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't have had enough if I did that, so we'll suspend 2 of those.
Oh.
Luckily, that's not really an activated ability, since it's not in play.
Yes.
Suspend. And then all the counters is a triggered ability. So, what do I do? Play an island. Pass the turn.
Untap.
On your upkeep, you're going to cast Silence.
Rude.
Very rude.
Then... Yeah, I'm not going to do anything to that. Draw for turn. Steam Vents tapped.
Yep.
Enter go.
Untap. Those go to 2. Draw a card. That's interesting. Let's see. I think I will pass the turn.
Then, end of your turn. I'm going to electrolyze you for 2 damage.
Sure. Go to 10.
And draw. Doesn't do too much against you, but it's more in there because you can fetch it with Bring to Light. Good in certain matchups.
In your upkeep, I will silence you.
Draw for... Wow, weird.
I have no idea if it's right to do that or not, but I kind of already have this Beseju, so... Don't really need to worry about resolving the...
I mean, unless I remand those Lotus Blooms again.
Both. Yeah, true.
Sacred Foundry.
Yep.
And is your go.
Untap. Those go to 1. Draw a card. Well, it's castable. Do I do it? I think I do it. Cast a Phyrexian Unlife.
Yeah, it's getting remanded.
Sure. So that's 2 down, and I think you have some Snapcasters too, so I have a lot of that to worry about. Pass turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Mountain.
Yep.
That is 4 mountains for this Valakut.
It's true.
And...
I assume that's a triggered ability, not an activated one.
Yes, it is triggered. So what do we do?
I guess this turns off fetch lands, actually.
Yeah, you'd have to pay 2
You have to pay 2 mana
lands.
for a fetch land. Hasn't come up yet, but...
Farseek.
Yep.
Which I think we'll find. Puts it into play tap, so it doesn't really matter. May as well get a dual land. Stomping Ground.
Okay.
That's 5 mountains.
That is 5 mountains. On thin ice.
Enter go.
Untap. Cast 2 Lotus Blooms.
Yep.
Yay! Draw a card. Okay. So... let's see. Think... I'm gonna crack 1 for white, cast a Phyrexian Unlife.
That resolves.
2, crack that for some white, so I go to 8. And cast an uncounterable Enduring Ideal.
Yep.
Okay. Now I'm at a very low life total, so there's a lot of things that could go wrong for me here. Still, so I think I'm most worried about dying to Valakuts immediately. So I think Leyline of Sanctity is the first one. Now pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn.
You do have outs to it, but
That we do.
you need to get them.
Blue, red, green.
Yep.
Some more red.
Yep.
Bring to light for 3.
Okay. It does exactly what I was just saying.
Maelstrom Pulse the ley line.
You got it.
And Steam Vent's tapped. 3 damage to you.
Go to 5.
It's your go.
Untap. Enduring Ideal. Okay. Now which one? I wonder. That's still kind of what I'm most worried about, I think. So I'm gonna get a Blood Moon.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't have my other basics. I just have mountains. Mountains for days.
Okay, it's possible I should have got that one first. I don't know. Draw a card. Might as well keep these. Pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Wow. I mean, I was just saying that I was pretty screwed with my hand. But, here's Madcap.
That's pretty good.
I mean, you can just get a detention sphere.
Yeah. I could have it in my hand. It's very possible.
That's true. That's my basically only hope with the hand that I have. There he is.
Yeah. I do have this on life, so I can take one hit.
Enter go.
During ideal. Let's see. So to pulse me again, you're gonna need a basic forest and a basic.
I only have one pulse.
But you have Snapcaster Mage.
I guess, yeah. So I'm gonna need a basic.
Yeah, so you need three,
I don't have a basic
three new
swamp.
basics. Okay. Well, Detention Sphere and Empyrean. I was basically just thinking, like, how worried am I that next turn's gonna be a problem?
I would need 3 basics.
Yeah. And... Oops. I have to draw a card. And I'll pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Sweet. Here is a tapped mountain.
Alright.
Enter go.
Okay. During ideal on upkeep. I think now... Let's see. Is that a safe one to get? I think it probably is. What do you have for... You only have mountains.
I only have mountains. Mountains for
Starfield
days.
Mix.
Oh, you do have 5 enchantments.
I do.
One of them's a bear. Look at
Yeah,
that.
it's true.
You just built your own bear.
Sure did. Now this could be
Among a few other things, but...
This could be worrisome because you do have lightning bolts in your deck. Draw for turn. But I think that's okay. I'm going to attack you for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Go to 6.
And pass the turn.
Untap. Draw for turn. Yes! Full house! Here go.
Wow. Jeez. Starfield and Nyx.
I had a full house a while ago,
Leyline.
too, with the Bring to Light over there.
Yeah.
I got it again.
And then Enduring Ideal. I think I'll turn into a dragon just for the sake of turning into a dragon.
I mean, yeah.
Because he's sweet. Who doesn't want to turn into a dragon? Here.
I'm at 6.
6. I think I'm going to kill you with
A blood moon and a
the moon, the 2 spheres coming in.
2 spheres.
They're even in the same place in the card. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah. I suppose
Dead.
Yeah. I think I had a draw in there too somewhere. But all right. So you can have that back. So that was a pretty sweet matchup. I don't think you ever actually got to Scapeshift though, did you?
No.
But you definitely got to Madcap experiment
was-
a few
yeah.
times. And I think did you Valacut me at all?
I got 1 in.
Yeah, I think you did.
I got 3 damage in.
Yeah. So So that's
I
what
was
his deck
close,
does.
but then you just locked out
Yeah.
me from playing this.
That's Enduring Ideal is like a 1-card combo, but it also costs 7 mana and has to resolve. So that's kind of tough. Anyway, so that was it.
And
we
you could
will
always
see you.
potentially remand
That's true.
the
true.
extra copies every turn.
Yeah. Which is why there's Silence and Boseiju in the deck, so you can actually resolve that bad boy. Anyway, so that was this matchup. We will see you next week with some more stuff. Bye.